Okay then, year 3. So, lesson 12, we're just going to have a little look at understanding the relationship between doubling and halving and how to do both. So, doubling and halving, you might say, are the opposite of one another. Okay, what we say in maths is they're the inverse operation as well. So, doubling, you're multiplying, halving, you're dividing. Okay, so like you said, you are doing the opposite, and that's a bit of a rubbish L. So there you go. Okay, and it's basically the inverse, isn't it? It's doing the opposite, okay? So, our example here, I've got the number 16. So it's quite a simple number, okay? Which I would like to think you could all halve and double. I'm going to go through a method now, okay? And it's going to hold you in good stead when you have to halve and double more complicated numbers. So we've got to partition it again. So if we take halving it, first of all, halve 16. Most of you will know the answer is 8, okay? But if I didn't know, what I would do is I would partition 16 into 10 and 6. And then I would say to myself, what's half of 10? Well, it's 5. What's half of 6? It's 3. And then I would add those two answers together to get 8. So half of 16 is 8. Doubling, I can follow a similar method in that if I partition the numbers into 10 and 6 again, and then I could say, well, what's double 10? It's 20. And what's double 6? It's 12. And if I add those two numbers together, I get 32. So double 16 is 32. So it really helps sometimes to partition numbers, okay? And if we have a number such as 50, okay, and you were learning how to halve a number and you weren't sure how to halve it because you didn't know how to halve this 5, break the number into two numbers that you do know how to halve. Always think one of them will be 10, so the other one would be 40. So I've split this 50 here into 10 and 40. And then if I say, well, what's half of 10? It's 5. And what's half of 40? It's 20. Add those together, I get 25. So half of 50 is 25. So whenever you're struggling to halve a number, split that number into numbers that you do know how to halve. Okay? And then you'll be well on the way to getting your right answer. So you can see I said your turn here. So I've said your turn. We are going to talk about them together though, okay? So this first one here is 24. So you might be able to do it in your heads, which is fine, okay? But double check it by saying to yourself, well, I'm going to partition it into its 20 and its 4 on both sides. Okay, what's half of 20 is 10. What's half of 4 is 2. If I add those together, I get 12. Okay, double 24, well, again, I've partitioned it and I'll double these numbers here. And if I add those together, I get 48. So I'll give you 15 seconds to have a go now at halving 16 and at doubling 16. Sorry, just giving you the answer. It's been a long day. Halve 32 and double 32. Okay, I'll give you 15 seconds to work them out. Okay then, so if you were listening, I just gave you the answer for the first one. Half of 32, 16. Double 32, well, double 30 is 60. And double 2 is 4, so the answer is 64. So you can see now, I've been really kind. I've given you 6 problems. Okay, and I want you to halve and double each of them. So for 18, you'll have a number for half of it. And then you'll have another number for double it. Okay, so you'll have 2 answers for each of them. So press pause now, work your way through your 6 problems, and press play when you want to go through the answers. Okay, great. So I'll when we go through the answers, I'll give you the half of the number first, okay, and then when you double the answer, it'll be the second number. So half of 18 was 9, double 18 was 36. Half of 22 is 11. And double it, you get 44. Half of 38 is 19. Doubling it, you got 76. Half of 52 is 26. And double it is 104. Half of 76 is 38. Double it, you get 152. And then this last one, okay, doubling it was quite easy. It's £30. Okay. If I asked you to halve it, your first answer might have been, well, I can't halve 5. This is money. And remember what I said at the start about if you weren't sure how to split a number, or sorry, halve a number, split it into two numbers that you do know how to halve. So, say I do split it into £10 and £5. Half of £10 is £5. Half of £5 is £2.50. If I add those together, I get £7.50. So I just threw that one in just to see who could do it. So if you did that one and got the answer right, very well done indeed. Okay. Hopefully you didn't have too many difficulties with those. We're going to go through some more challenging doubling and halving tomorrow. Look forward to seeing you then.